Yo, what's up YouTube? It's your boy Lick back with another busting video. And today, we're gonna talk about AutoTune and every feature that it has and just give y'all a full breakdown, you feel me? Just so y'all could attack y'all AutoTune better, make sure that y'all vocals are in key and all that good stuff. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so the first thing that we gotta make sure that we have correct when it comes to using AutoTune, probably the most important part, is the key. The key is very important because if you're out of key, twin, your song is probably going to sound trash. Not probably, it's going to sound trash. Every beat has a key. So what I want y'all to do, I want y'all to always go to internet, open up the internet, and then I want y'all to come to tunebat.com. What TuneBat is going to allow you to do is going to give you two things. It's going to give you the BPM and it's going to give you the key. The BPM is so we can make sure we stay on grid. You feel me? So when we're like flying our choruses and stuff like that, it's gonna make sure that we stay on grid. It's gonna make it that much easier. And then the key is gonna be used to make sure that our AutoTune stays on key of the beat. You feel me? Like I said, every beat has its own key. So I have a beat already loaded up, but I'm gonna go ahead and load this one up for y'all so y'all can see like how to do it. So like I said, come to tunebat.com. After you get your beat, all you want to do is just throw it in TuneBat. It's going to give you the key and the BPM. All right, so we're looking at A minor and 136. All right, so what we'll do is we'll come over here and y'all can go in and, I know this is an AutoTune video, but over on the tempo on the right side, at the top right, y'all can go ahead and put the BPM. All right. So when we look at our AutoTune plugin, now it doesn't matter what AutoTune you're using. Every AutoTune has different characteristics as far as why a person would like them. All right, so you just pick which one you like. I like AutoTune Artist. All right, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna come up right here where it says key and scale, and we're gonna change it to A and then minor. All right, now let's dive into the actual features of AutoTune. Okay, we have input type. What is input type? Input type, we have soprano, alto, tenor, and low male instrument and bass instrument. What is that? Okay, so all I want you to think is of input type is if you're a singer, you're gonna go soprano. All right, alto, tenor, you're in the middle. If you have a deep voice, go low male. Instrument and bass instrument, don't even worry about that. So just think, the more you go down, the deeper. Okay, so if you're soprano, you're high voice. You're singing opera. Opera singers would use sopranos, maybe alto, tenor. You got a deep voice like big scar, low male. All right, so boom. Then we have classic and format. All right, so what is that? All right, so classic mode kind of emulates the old AutoTune back in the day. You feel me? Before this new AutoTune came about. So you can kind of go back to how the old AutoTune was sounding. All right, format, what format is you know how sometimes like we add AutoTune to stuff? AutoTune will make stuff sound kind of like robotic, or like the note transitions won't be as smooth. So what format does, it allows the note transitions to be a lot more smoother. You know what I'm saying? As far as the AutoTune knocking you in the key, it's not going to sound too robotic. If you wanted to sound robotic, turn the format off. Okay? Then we got throat. What throat does, it kind of like changes your, how could I say it? It's like a pitch shift in a way. It's going to make your voice either like Alvin and the Chipmunks or really deep. You feel me? All right. Then we got transpose. Transpose is kind of like the same thing as throat. They do the similar feature as far as like changing the pitch of your vocals. All right. Then we got detune. Don't change this. Yeah, don't change this. I wouldn't even touch this. Leave it at 440. That's the tune. That's the tune of your voice. All right. That has nothing to do with the key though. All right. Then we got tracking. All right. Tracking is a big one. All right. If you're in a good recording space, you can turn this tracking down a little bit. Basically, what the tracking is, kind of like a second AutoTune button. It basically tells the AutoTune, like, how sensitive do you want it to be. You feel me? So, like, if you have a good room and, like, you got treatment and everything, you can allow that AutoTune to be a little bit more sensitive because it's not going to be picking up the background noise and any of that. Now, if you're in an untreated room or you say, like, you got a lot of background noise or anything like that, you're going to want to go to the left with this number. You feel me? You want to go lower so that AutoTune doesn't pick up the stuff in the background. Okay? So boom. All right, so first thing first, we got retune speed. What is retune speed? Retune speed is the amount of pitch correction is doing. So if you want your vocals to sound like T-Pain Twin, you're gonna crank that retune speed up. You feel me? If you want more natural sounding vocals, move it down. All right. Next, we got humanize. All right. Humanize is basically exactly what it says. It's gonna make the vocals more human. Okay. So the more we up this, it's gonna take that robotic noise from the retune speed. It's gonna take it down. Okay. Next, we got flex tune. Flex tune is the amount of pitch deviation it lets in. We're correcting our pitches with the retune speed, but then flex tune allows some of our natural tone back through. Does that make sense? So say like, okay, for an example, if we take a look at reverb, right? We got decay time. If we crank that decay time up, yes, it's going to add space. Yes, it's going to add room. But if we up the pre-delay, it allows some of our transients through, them first initial words through. Well, think about that kind of like flex tone. It's kind of letting your natural tone through, not just for the initial part, but all the way through, okay? And then next we got natural vibrato. Natural vibrato, think about that as this. That's natural vibrato. So if you don't want that, you'll turn it down. It's also used for like runs. So if a person was to do, I can't do a run, but if a person was to do something like, I went on a run, it kind of like eliminates that, or you can up that to make it more vibrato, all right? So I got this beat loaded up and I'm basically just gonna show y'all how I use AutoTune. And then the things that I want y'all to really pay attention to, I want y'all to listen to my performance, because the performance is really important. I don't have no lyrics, so y'all gonna just see me just punching in, but I just want y'all to see like the performance and how you have to work AutoTune. You feel me? Like, there's a lot of presets out there. They got Young Thug presets, they got Lil Baby presets, Gunna presets, but what I want y'all to pay attention to is they don't sound like that because their AutoTune is on a 0. They sound like that because they're performing like that. So just keep that in mind when y'all recording. All right, let's get into it. We say, I'm my own boss, ain't no nigga payroll. I'm my own boss, ain't on no nigga payroll. I'm my own boss, ain't on no nigga payroll. I'm my own boss on no nigga payroll. I'm poppin' ain't tight nigga lay low. Big F at it sound like some Play-Doh. I got a cream on the D like some mayo. Having my way. I'm my own boss on no nigga payroll. I'm poppin' ain't tight nigga lay low. Big F at it sound like some Play-Doh. I got a cream on the D like some mayo. I ain't having a real. I can't deal the dough. It sound like some Play-Doh. I got a cream on the D like some mayo. I'm poppin' bang the toe. Take her to Rookies, get what you want. I'm on the D like some mayo. Find the pill, find the bow. I'm on the D like some mayo. Find the pill, and the pole. Having my way, maybe that I was po. I'm on the D like some mayo. Having my way, maybe that I was po. Having my way, maybe that I was po. I'm on the D like some mayo. Having my way, maybe that I was po. I'm on the D like some mayo. Having my way, I'm on the D like some mayo. Having my way, maybe that I was po. I'm on the D like some mayo. Having my way, maybe that I was po. I can't get no. I'm my own boss on no nigga payroll. I'm poppin' ain't tight nigga lay low. Big F at it sound like some Play-Doh. I got a cream on the D like some mayo. Having my way, maybe that I was po. My paying hood that way down from bro. My pocket filled up with my low. My pocket filled up with blue long way from bro. Having my way, maybe that I was po. My pocket filled up with blue long way from bro. Having my way, maybe that I was po. My pocket filled up with blue long way from bro. Having my way, maybe that I was po. My pocket filled up with blue long way from bro. That I was po. My pocket filled up with blue long way from bro. I don't know. Remember the day I was walking around and they filled up with blue long way from bro. Remember the day I was walking around and they bees. Remember the days I was walking around in these addies. Filled up with blue long way from bro. Remember the day I was walking around in these addies. Remember the day I was blue long way from bro. Remember the day I was walking around in these addies. Long way from bro. Come on. Filled up with blue long way from bro. Remember the days I was walking around in these eyes. Your piece of the whip, I do nose. Filled up with blue long way from bro. Remember the days I was walking around in these eyes. Your piece of the whip, I do nose. Filled up with blue long way from bro. Remember the days I was walking around in these eyes. Your piece of the whip, I do nose.
filled up with blue long way from bro. Yeah, remember days I was walking on riding his eye, just piece of the whip I do nose. I'm my own boss on no nigga payroll. I'm poppin' ain't tight nigga lay low. Lay low. It sound like some Play-Doh. I got a cream on the D like some mayo. My way, remember days I was po. My pocket filled up with blue long way from bro. Yeah, remember days I was walking on riding his eye, just piece of the whip I do nose. No. I'm my own boss on no nigga payroll. I'm poppin' ain't tight nigga lay low. Big F, they sound like some Play-Doh. I got a cream on the D like some mayo. Having my way, remember days I was po. My pocket filled up with blue long way from bro. Yeah, remember days I was walking on riding his eye, just piece of the whip I do nose.
But yeah, twin, that's how you use AutoTune. Just make sure you're perfecting your performances. Now you know what every knob do. You feel me? If you're going for the T-Pain effect, you know how to do it. If you want to go a little bit lighter, you know how to do it. Yeah, but if y'all got any other questions, you feel me, concerns, anything y'all having trouble with, leave them down below. I hope this helped. Look out.